for Mr. Cook. It's Sam from Tesla. Paperwork is all processed, so we'll be putting it through to the workshop.
Well, not much to report there then. I guess they're working on it. I would be very interested to find out what the problem is, because whatever it was properly catastrophic. I mean, it went from a car to a brick with no more it wouldn't even roll. You couldn't even get the parking brake off to push it. It was totally 100% not in any way, shape or form a vehicle anymore. So whatever that problem is, it's certainly something that Teslas should know about. Regular viewers will know. I don't exactly drive quickly most of the time. I don't really put the car through a lot of stress. So really, if any car was going to not have problems, it should be this one. I could speculate all day long about the potential causes and issues. I do get the feeling it's got something to do with the parking brake, because one of the wheels, when they were jacking it up yesterday and getting it on the back of the flatbed, one of them would spin at the front and the other one wouldn't. It was locked and the car couldn't tell if it was in park or not. But maybe it's got nothing to do with that whatsoever, and it's the lead, or maybe it's the brains. I don't know. Who knows? No clue whatsoever, but it will be interesting to find out. Well, that's one bit of good news at least. Not related to Tesla in any way, unfortunately, but my board is going to get fixed. I'm going to stick that in the post tomorrow, hopefully. Off it goes to get what's-it-id, so that the motor's on full power again. Yes. Awesome. Thank you very much, Slick Revolution. Always like it when a company stands by their products. Might give Tesla a bell now and see if they've got any news as to what the situation is with my car. Bye guys, good luck with your shopping. Okay. Yes, time to ring Tesla, I think.
Good afternoon,
I think you've got my, well you have, hopefully you got my car. Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much then. She had no idea what was going on. She's going to talk to somebody who's going to talk to somebody who's going to give me a ring back a bit later. Guess I'll finish my editing then. Hello, James speaking. How can I help? Okay, fantastic. So you managed to get it round from the front then. Okay, well, I'll let you get on then. Just sort of let me know when you know, kind of thing, I suppose. Well, they got back to me nice and quickly, which is good. But they're working on it at the moment, and they have no report to give yet. So I guess I'm just going to have to wait. At least I can get the board sent off, well, packaged up, ready to be sent. And then that'll be one of my electric vehicles fixed. Right, time to get this skateboard packed up. I missed the skateboard already, you know. Right. Okay. And that's going to be it, is it? The reason I ask is because whatever the issue was, it was absolutely catastrophic in that the vehicle, you couldn't even take it out of park to get it onto the back of a flatbed. Basically, the problem is I'm just a little bit cash strapped at the moment. You know, I want to get the car back on the road, and in an ideal world, I would prefer to not have to then sell it so that I can recoup the cost of having it repaired. So I'm just trying to make sure that there's not going to be like an escalating bill here, because... Okay, brilliant, thank you. Yeah. Hiya. Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. So there's basically like a, if you like, not central nervous system, but like a spinal cord virtually. Yeah, which is these two wires. And because that's done as short to ground, it means that the car could no longer communicate with anything, which is why everything went dead. Traction control, steering, power steering. Yeah, because I was driving along, all these systems dropped out, like every single thing. Even the regen stopped working. And then once I parked it, I could only put it into park using the center console screen, and the second I did that, that was the end of that. Do these things happen very often? I want to keep the car. That was always the plan when I bought the car, was to keep it for a long period of time. If this was going to be a very expensive repair, then I would have to, consider repairing it and selling it, because I can't afford to have a car that's going to keep costing me loads of money, if you see what I mean. Especially as it was originally sold as the point with this car is it's supposed to, you know, as an electric car, have a bit more reliability, shall we say. And it's not like there's no sort of design flaw that means the water gets in and it's likely to happen again or anything like that. Will I be getting a newer version ECU? Okay, so it's an internal short with a TPMS in the ECU. Okay, well it sounds like this is something we need to get sorted then. When do you think it will be done by, just out of interest? Yeah, don't rush it. I don't think we'd be able to come over for today anyway. It should be ready close of play tomorrow then, really, shouldn't it? Yeah, my ideal time to pick it up probably would be tomorrow night. Yep, okay, thanks very much. And what was the bill going to be again? So that's everything all in, yeah? Alright, thanks very much then. Cheers, Sam. Bye. Well, that was an illuminating conversation I just had with the Tesla service department, and I actually spoke to the lead technician. About 550 quid is what it's going to cost to get a new ECU fitted. What had happened, it shorted out inside the ECU. So not external to that, but actually inside this control unit. The control unit communicates around the car using sort of two wires that talk digitally to all the various different sensors. So if that unit fails, then the car is totally incapable of having any clue what's going on with anything, which is why the whole thing ground to a complete and utter stop. The good news is that's not too expensive a bill to get fixed. So hopefully they will change that and everything will be a-okay. Handy enough, because I managed to use the breakdown cover that came with my insurance rather than using the breakdown service that Tesla normally use when it is in warranty. I managed to avoid a £465 bill. So the good news is 550 quid, it looks like I'm going to get my car back. If that is the problem and it gets fixed and everything is all, yeah, it's not great. I don't want an extra £550 bill in January. I mean, really, that totally not ideal. But at the same time, my big fear was that they were going to go, oh right, there's like a transistor blown here, so what we're going to do is replace the entire front end of the car. I mean, this isn't that old a car. It really shouldn't have these sorts of problems, and apparently it is very unusual. The engineer said he'd not seen something like this, where it had actually done a sort of earth to ground fault inside the ECU. I think that's what he described it as. At least it's unusual. It's going to cost me a little bit of money, but at least I'll get my car back, so 2 months worth of petrol savings, and we'll be back in business. I suppose I really ought to sort of target 205,000 miles now in the car before I can upgrade. Well, we'll see. They're going to give me a call tomorrow morning, and hopefully the car will be all fine and dandy with the new firmware on it. Okay, so that's not as bad news as I was fearing, luckily. Bye bye, baby. See you soon. I love that board. I use it all the time, as I don't actually probably need to tell most of you that I use it all the time. So hopefully I will get that back nice and soon. And likewise with the car. I'm gonna get a phone call tomorrow morning. They're gonna tell me if they've got it all fixed and sorted out. And then hopefully in the afternoon I'll be able to pick it up, which would be awesome. Because I really don't like the serious lack of electric vehicles in my life at the moment. Not good. I hope you've all enjoyed today's vlog post, found it interesting. If you have, remember to like it and share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next installment of my daily vlog. Bye! I'm not quite sure how much of the footage that I took with my GoPro a second ago I'm going to wind up using, so just in case that's rubbish or the sound is bad or I can't even find the bits I want to say, I'm just going to give a quick recap of what was said. Around a fault, an earth to ground, a ground to earth, I don't know, anyway, there was a